those of us on the West Side are telling our story or retelling our story. We started about, the end of July. I'm in a doctoral program, and I need to come up with a 7-week project, put together what was going to be a photo voice of exploring community. The kids kept coming. And they kept coming. And so we extended it to art and different, the kids dance, they do sports, football, Like yesterday, we probably had 25 to 30 kids here. But probably closer to about 40 or 45 know of us and have come at some point through. What we can tell you what's evolving, which is we're all kind of exploring our community, friendship, culture, finding our voice, being critical of what is around us, being learning to be accountable for our actions. So we're just kind of evolving as a community.
So you feed all the kids?
And we do. We eat a lot.
So it's like a big family.
It's like a big family, yeah.
How is the response of the parents of the kids?
I think overall it's been good. I've had parents, stop me in the parking lot, thanking me and liking what's going on here. There have been some parents who this is new for them to have their kids belong to a group, so they're kind of looking like what's going on. And part of what we're hoping to do as we expand into an actual organization that works out of our own place is to create programs that integrates and pulls the parents in.
I was asking them if they have like art classes in the school, and everybody told me that they don't have art classes. So they are coming here and they're enjoying so much that there's 42% of the Santa Barbara population that are Latinos. What do you think about that? Like,
what I think is a question. Where's their voice?
How many kids there are Latinos come here?
That come to the group here?
Yeah.
I would say 98%.
98%.
99%.
So why you think they don't have a voice? You were saying.
Oh, how long do you have for that explanation? Why they don't have a voice? It's part of it's systemic of the society. It's some subtle levels of oppression. It's the school, the school environment. There's just a lack of a forum for them, as well as what they have to say they have not figured out for themselves yet.
So can you give me an example of the oppression in school?
There's been a lot of stories that come to me about some of the daily nuances that the kids experience between the teachers, being isolated, discriminated against, even alienated, having different consequences for a Latino than they would for a Caucasian. Some of these are so very subtle that even if they were to bring it up at the teacher's attention at that point, the teacher would probably, I wouldn't say deny it, but would not be at all aware of it. So we have a teen night on Tuesday nights, and one of the things we've been doing in the last handful of weeks is we've had a professional come in and teaching the kids what's called verbal judo, to teach them to be able to have an instant voice. So until they evolve to the point where the voice is automatic and default, there are some strategies they can use to get that voice. So if there is something in school that they experience that doesn't sit right with them, then they are able to, at that time, have some skills that they're learning here at the group to say to that teacher in that moment what they need to say. So part of this is actually learning technique, and part of it is find that place where even if the technique weren't there, they'd be so motivated to speak, they couldn't help but use their voice. So that's a big theme for us here. And the families, that's why it's so important to integrate them into our program, because I think there's an even bigger conversation. There's the conversations the kids have for themselves, there's the conversations that they're not having with the schools, there's the conversations we're having here, and then there's the family. And then inside all of that, you've got your community. So that's what we're trying to pull together here. We're trying to pull everybody in so that they can communicate with the other people outside of their community in a way that they're heard. And so why we do art and why we do some of the things we do here is because that's the way I believe in which we evolve and discover ourselves. Sometimes the art pieces say more, or the art pieces are ahead of the conversation they can even have.
It's much deeper. No?
Yes, that's right.
Teachers sometimes be racist.
In this new year that is coming, what would you change?
to be equal. Some people don't treat people equally. They don't even talk to you at all.
They don't talk to you?
Like, you know, teachers and stuff. They just give it to you there, like, the consequences, and just leave it. They don't talk to you.
Like at school, people can be like judgmental, and like teachers, depending on the teacher, could be rude about it or try to put you down or something.
The teacher?
Mhm.
Like, in what way you think they are like that?
Like, what do they do?
Yeah.
Some teachers pick on certain kids that they might not like and stuff.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think they're stupid.
What would you like to change for the next year that is coming, for 2012?
I like to do more around like the community and stuff, and like help out more.
I would like to have like a little bit more freedom, like both in school and in the house.
In school, like what?
Like, I don't know, like being able to like do whatever you want for like a report instead of like you having to do like a simple subject.
But I'd love to have like just bigger space.
More kids?
Well, yeah, we could fit more. Yeah, bigger space, and just where we can have more supplies and more things and more organized. But to answer the question about the families and what you were asking, besides, so that's 125-ish units, 75, so about 225, I hope that math's right, families, right? And then even beyond here in the rest of the maybe a mile radius, you know, we're talking 300, 500 families, 500 Latino families predominantly. And so we could afford to have a community center alone just to service the children here. And the amazing tenacity and soulfulness of these kids. They want to learn, they're ready. They just need the space and a place to facilitate their growth.